So we are going to Thompson's Mills. Whoops, that was too big. Thompson Mills State Heritage Site. We are going to see what this one is all about. There's a lot of history here, and they say it's a nice place to have picnics too. So we are here at Thompson Mills Heritage Site. This used to be a mill that was constructed, what, like 200 years ago? And farmers from all the area would come and bring their grains here to turn them into flour, and it's water powered, completely water powered, and it's had several transformations through the years. We came to learn about that. I read something about it, but I want the tour guides to tell us more, so we're gonna go see.
Look at it. You could peek down in, it's really dark, and you can feel how cool it is. And you can see the auger in there, the state of the art. They went from like a building where they had trouble with moisture, trouble with rodents, to these. We're gonna come this way.
Guys, come back.
And we're gonna go up and through the ranger's office today. He says, I'm 14 years old.
He's 14. Oh, he's older than you, Johnny.
Wow. Come on, Bucky, let's get over there.
Bucky.
And he's got this very distinguished chin. He'll walk around with us.
Oh. Bucky is 14 years old.
14.
Wow.
Does he bite or does he just have that problem?
14 years old.
Then have a seat. Lance is going to start showing us a little bit of electricity, and then we'll go on, continue on. This is Bucky's little home area.
Everybody gets this down.
It's live.
You can sit here, Jen.
Move all the way over to the other end.
Live.
Move all the way over to the other end.
It will be live, yes.
Okay, now wave at yourself.
Hey, mommy.
Back to your question. There's a theory that the mill caught fire because they had a carding mill here also. And the carding mill had to keep the wool warm. And so they were kind of concerned that the mill may have caught fire by the carding mill. There's also a theory out there that because of competition between the city that used to be here and Shed, because they were trying to make this into a county seat, might have been arson. We don't know for sure, but there's a couple theories. All right, I'm going to turn on some equipment. I'm going to show you how things work. Over here in the corner we have a shaker that's going to make a lot of noise. These belts up here will turn, which will turn these gears. Back here in the back you can see one of the elevators that would take the grains up into the bins.
So I haven't explained to them anything. So this is how they would move the grain around throughout the mill to get it from one area to the other. Okay?
Most of the time, the mills go up and down, or the grains go up and down numerous times in its life here. Karen's going to turn them on for you. So you want to watch over there, watch over here.
So where to watch again?
Look at
that amount of noise, equipment and stuff. No hearing protection, no breathing protection. OSHA would have been living off their budget just on the fines alone here. Right here you see these bars that come out of the floor with the big handles on top, the steering wheel light. That is what is used to control the water that comes into the mill here, that goes into these turbines down in the basement that turns the equipment. So depending on how much water they needed to move the equipment around is determined by those wheels right there. Let's go down in the basement. We're kind of doing this backwards, but let's go down in the basement and I'll show you how stuff runs off of water.
Iron and there's molasses.
All right, come on down.
That's okay. If
Is
you
it slippery?
no,
No.
just go sideways like this. See? And you can grab here.
Mommy,
Here, there we go. Go sideways like this.
Yeah, watch your heads.
The molasses that was used to make livestock feed. Right behind hammer mill, you've heard about steel cut oats. This would make your steel cut oats for breakfast. What it do is the grains would come down in here. These blades here, or what they call a hammer, it would spin around and around, and those hammers would beat on the corn, the oats, until they were small enough to fit through those holes. So that's where they would make steel cut oats. You notice something about our floor? You see the gaps in the floor?
yeah.
There's a reason for those. Because we do not have, or let me back up, because during the winter the river rises, sometimes at their peak during the winter months, we'd have like an inch of water in here. And this helps the water drain back out. Okay, some of us watch our noggin here. Grab a window. Let's all look out a window. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to wave my hat and I want you to look down in the water. Look down in the water.
Oh my goodness.
I wanna see it, I wanna see it, I wanna see it.
Can we go fishing here or not?
Yes,
Can
you
I see? Can I see?
But
Let me feel.
because of it being a state park,
Watch out.
it's catch and
Nina.
release.
It's what?
Catch and
Oh, wow. My goodness.
That was electricity. Yeah, that was all electricity. Now we're going to use water to run some of it. Water on it for you. We have everybody else have a turn. As you're not having a turn over here, you can actually watch from over here. It's just you have to look back that way to see the turn. So I just ask that everybody take a turn.
And please be careful because this moves when it's going, and this is a bit harder.
Where?
Watch out, Johnny. Watch out.
So the water starts moving the wheel.
All that was done.
And nobody bumped their heads. That's awesome. So far.
Sorry.
So you look real strong. Go ahead and give that a little turn. Doesn't matter.
Look, you're turning everything.
Nice.
Can I do it too?
You can.
Good job, Johnny.
Good job. Now it should go for a little bit.
Okay, Rosie can help you now. Keep pushing, Rosie. Keep doing. It's harder to get it started.
Now think of how hard that is to turn, and how easily you just saw the water do it.
Oh, yeah, with the water, it was going super fast, huh?
But this is how they would use the water power and the turbines is how they would get stuff moving around the mill.
Wow.
Now these, because this part would turn too, these they would make out of wood
Oh, wow.
as opposed to the metal, because the metal they would have to stop it completely and then weld it. This way they could just pull them out and replace them.
Oh.
Okay, good job.
Can I do it?
They're loving it, really. Now Dad is cheating because the kids already started it up.
Yep.
Do one arm and make them feel like, you know.
Should be your daily exercise.
Oh, now you're making it go really fast.
Isn't that cool?
He just wants to show off. He's got muscles.
It is a good little workout. So now if we come over here, this is an example. I always tell the kids that the mill is a big example of chutes and ladders.
Oh, we love that game.
Because of the way that things would move through. So if you turn this one to the left, you can see them going up, down, and then the knob is carrying it along. And that's the basic function of how the mill works. Now, as they were going, if there was an area in the mill where they had to stop production, what they would do, they wouldn't stop production in the whole mill. They would put a roll handle and twist the belt off that one area
Come on, Johnny.
See how it goes up here?
Metal. When the mill first opened, it was in the late 1800s, and the original augers that they used were wooden. Okay? Can you tell me, you're in 3rd grade, right?
A lot more stars.
A lot more?
More. Count.
Or wait, wait.
Less. Less. It isn't. All the blue stuff isn't covered with
There's not
stars.
50 stars there, that's right. At the time
Oh, yeah,
the mill
less.
originally opened in 1858, Oregon was not a state yet. It
Wow.
was still a territory. So this
Nice.
flag represents how many states there were at that time in the
So it's
United
32.
States.
And how many states are there now?
How many say? Come on, Johnny.
50.
50, yeah.
I thought you were asking
But,
her.
well,
But
Why would she ask me? Okay, so these are examples of the old shoes, the old belts, all of that. Here is a drawing of all of the different chutes and areas going down in the mill would go. And at each level, then they could decide again where it would go. So depending on what type of blend they wanted to make, it would depend on what they put in it. Depending on if they were doing a secret recipe for the flour or for the
yeah, you can do it. Come on. Do you want me? Oh, do you want me to do it? Okay.
Now you get to start it yourself.
So the water, since the water did a lot easier, that's how much pressure the water has?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
bought, it was bought for $50.
What that is cheap.
The water rights were bought for $75. Now, the way that water rights work is once they're purchased, they're purchased. So those water rights are still in effect today. When the state of Oregon bought the property, they also acquired the water rights. One of the first things that they did, there were 3 dams on the river further up to allow for the amount of water that they needed to run the mill constantly. Having the mill here was really hard for the local farmers up above the mill because that water that they had a right to was at the top of the river. In the summer, when the river is lower and it's hotter and they need more water, they had no water coming off the river because all that water would go to the mill. So one of the things that the state of Oregon did, they removed the dams. There's one dam that they kept in, but it's an inflatable dam, and they only use it when they need to. So that was a real positive for the local farmers they now have more water, access to water with the state taking it, okay? They started out, they were put on a ship. Yes, they would be put on a ship and shipped over. And usually, back in that day, when they came in, they would either come into Astoria or down into San Francisco area. And then they would come the rest of the way, train or wagon, depending. Okay?
Does it spin?
If you look at this, you can see a fossil right there. You can see that little shell? That's fossilized. A fossil?
Also,
You know what fossils are?
It's a creature of some sort.
I know, but what's it fossilized?
Fossilized means it's been here for many, many years,
Turned into a fossil.
and it turned into basically a rock.
A second.
You guys know what that means? Have you talked about that? Yeah. They never got rid of anything. Everybody was in need of anything they could get their hands on. So these bags became very popular. They would use them to make aprons. They'd use them to make handbags or dresses. At one point, they even had them where they would have a toy on them. So instead of Dad eating the box of cereal and getting your little toy, Mom would have to make it. Another cool thing is if you look at the bags, you'll see it has an odd amount. Instead of a 10-pound bag, it was 9 and 8 pounds, 4 and 9 pence. That's because the mill would keep a percentage of the grain. So this is what would go out, the others would be sold. And because in 1910, the name of the town went from Sheds Station to Shed, Oregon. When the state took this over, this was found on a wall. They had used it to patch a hole so that they could put the wallpaper up. So they reused everything. Flour, the mill was working 24 hours a day, and they were shipping flour all over the world. But this was also during wartime, and they were concerned that the bags could be used to create ammunition. So the agreement was that the bags would go to the textile schools and be used for learning how to sew the textiles. So that's an example of one that had come back.
Wow.
Okay. Moved on. It used to be flour was really important because people couldn't go to the store and buy bread. They had to make their own bread. So it was a huge staple. But as time went on, in the 30s and 40s, they started having bakeries that made bread. And when that happened, then what ended up happening was the little mills like this one were being put out of business because the bakeries needed large quantities, more than this mill could do. And this kind of happened nationwide. So at that point, the Thompsons had to rethink how they were going to stay afloat. And they switched gears and went from making flour to making animal food. Now here are some examples of some print presses that would be used to print the bags for the animal foods. A lady found these in a dumpster. Somebody had thrown all these away not really knowing what they were, and she donated them to the state.
Wow.
So when they went into making animal food equipment, and these are examples of the different types of pellets that they would make for the animals.
Do they still make like food for like
Well, they don't. Let me just tell you.
They do it for food.
In today's environment that we live in, we have safety standards in place that they didn't have back then. So, especially in food handling, guys, wait.
Oh, nice.
The instructions are
I
right
remember
up there.
that from my grandparents.
Yeah.
We always.
One at a time. Well, yeah,
Well, you
everybody.
can do one or two, but you got to be on the actual scale portion. The directions are right there on how to do it. You got to hold still. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can you move?
But we kind
wait, go back.
we kind of need to be. We all
One
need to
at
be.
a time. Wait,
Yeah, but we all need to be up here.
Yeah, completely on it.
right there, right there. So you're 200 pounds. So let me see. How much is this one?
Oh, that's how you open it.
500. You need this one.
Can't see it. I can't see.
No, wait.
So your grandparents had one of these?
Yeah.
As big as this one?
Smaller.
Smaller?
So 500. No, we don't have.
Well, we could. No. You think we could be 500 pounds?
All together.
Yeah, that's the
200
thing.
right here.
We need to give you altitudes.
No, wait. 200.
We all standing here.
No, one. Can I with you? Just you, Mama?
Just me?
Yes, 200. I can barely see right here.
You have to turn that one this way. Yeah.
Yeah. 200. No.
He weighs, not her.
I guess we can't use this toilet anymore. You can't use this toilet anymore. What does it say? Sorry, but times have changed. This historic toilet drains directly to the river below, and it's obviously no longer used. Restrooms are available across the parking lot. Oh, wow. So that toilet drains...
I need to go to the restroom right now.
No.
So, back in the day, they had very strict rules with who was allowed in the mill.
Are you filming?
And at that time, it was strictly men that worked in here. The ladies that worked in the office were not allowed in here at all.
Not fair, huh?
Totally different times. But that being said, you get a room full of guys together, and they're going to think of ways to do things quick. So this is a pee hole.
They would pee there?
They would pee right there.
Oh, in the water?
Mm-hmm.
Right in the water, huh?
Not good.
No bueno. So eventually they put the toilet in, but it still went right directly into the water.
Yeah, and if you want to swim downriver...
So they reinvented themselves again. They started doing hydroelectricity and Christmas tree farming. Were the last two things that they did. So hydroelectricity is water-based again. So if you flip this, where? Either way. Now look what happens here. The water is being worked through here by water power. It's generating the electricity.
Oh, so I can turn it off.
Turn it off.
Okay. Nice.
Put it bigger. All the way. Wow.
And there's water in here running
Yeah,
through?
the water, and we recycle this water. So the water just makes a continuous circle. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, will you turn the little switch off for a bit so we don't totally drain it? There you go. But you can pump it, absolutely.
no.
My grandpa had one just like that forever.
And also the phone like that one.
And if you messed up, you have to start.
Well,
Look at that giant crab right there.
yeah, we're not sure what it is. The stuff behind here.
What was that for?
This pickup is still up and running. There's
Wow.
a local man that owns it, and you'll see him driving it around all the time.
That one.
So, these are just pictures now, but
That's what you kind of now. That was before.
right,
that one was
1917, 1939,
And that back
1905.
then. And then back.
Yeah, when they built the fancy house. The floor has been worn out by one employee making the same move every single time.
Can you show me
The
again?
power of time.
Yeah.
That is
He'd
so
fill the bag, he'd break the bag, he'd sew the bag.
Wow.
Now originally they hand sewed the bags with this type of thread. And then in the 60s they got this really cool little electric sewer.
That is so.
But could you imagine?
The power of time.
Every day the same thing. Doot, 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 doot.
Well, how come that part right there is also like that?
Comes up, and so you start seeing stuff move from the water power. Okay, I have a question for you.
What is the question again?
Thousand.
By looking at it, just like a couple thousands, maybe
Couple of
10,000,
thousands?
maybe
A
10,000.
million.
10,000?
No,
A
million.
million?
Maybe 10,000.
What do you think, Mom?
I don't think a million.
A million.
A million? Dad, what do you think?
Actually, I changed my mind to. This is gonna be a wild guess. If I get it correct, it's gonna be like a 1 in a million.
So to build the house or to build the entire?
The mill.
Oh.
97,369.
Wow.
That's very specific. What do you think, Dad?
The entire. Oh my gosh. 100,000.
Okay, this is a trick question. Look at
No,
that.
no, no.
They
She
weren't
says
using
zero.
nails.
What?
They weren't using nails at the time. If you come over here and look, this is how they were
Oh
doing
wow! Look at that.
it. Look at this.
My gosh.
Well, then how come there's nails up there?
Well, that's not the original.
Oh.
That's, yeah.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
Can you imagine that?
Oh
Whoa.
yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Like the Lincoln logs.
Exactly. That's why they've got the little example of it there.
My.
You can touch these?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so you can.
Now, I want you guys to feel something else too. This is what we call old growth lumber. This is lumber from that time period.
Wow.
This is modern lumber.
Oh, I can
That's
see the
not even-
difference.
That's
Just
not even-
looking, you can see the difference.
Look at the difference because each ring is a year. So look at the difference in these, you guys. You see
Is
that?
it a different type of tree or?
Already
It's
knew.
not that it's a different type of tree. It's the way that it's being grown now as opposed to then. Because then we didn't do clear cutting. So they had to fight for that space and stuff. So it was more dense. I talked with a gentleman who did a tour and he graded lumber professionally and he told me for a 2x4 to meet safety standards to be used in a modern house, it just has to have 3 rings.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So big difference there. Did you feel the difference?
Alright.
I can see that here.
Yeah.
Even without touching, I can see it.
I already
Wow.
knew every ring equals a year.
Yeah.
I already knew that. Which is so cool. That is like what?
I haven't counted it.
It's really hard to count the end. Like
Yeah.
at the end, it's like 30 or something.
So it's a good
Wow.
example of the difference, you know?
That's why the wood is so strong.
Yeah. Could you imagine them trying to do it in this fashion today with
With
the wood?
we have,
It wouldn't work.
it will break.
Mm-hmm. And this, you figure, this and this, that's the 1800s, the late 1800s, and it's still,
My goodness.
so, if
Geese.
they needed to get from this floor to the upper floor, if something was wrong, this is how they would do it. This
An
is their
elevator?
Elevator. Check it out.
Oh wow.
So they would
I
get in
can't-
there and adjust the weights and then pull themselves up. Now you can look and see all the way up there.
Oh my goodness.
see.
No.
Yeah.
How?
How? That must have been a lot of exercise.
They were a lot more fit than,
Wait, so if they let go, they would drop all the way down?
yeah.
What? That is so unsafe.
Well, it was kind of the name of the game at the time.
Yeah, back then almost
They didn't
everything
think
was unsafe.
anything about that, yeah.
I bet a lot more death is happening back then.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And because of that,
One more time.
Yeah.
because of that, the laws changed.
And so you guys see, these are all the chutes.
That was the
that would come
elevator.
down
Look at
there
that.
we talked about earlier.
So I just put mine from Argentina, Patagonia right there. Right there.
We live
Argentina
in Oregon.
and
France.
France. So
Wow, you got a lot of Europeans here visiting.
France. Strasbourg. Oh yeah, right here, Rosie.
Summer, yeah, it's a big thing to
Right there,
do
Strasbourg.
the like the rental, the vans, the Sprinter vans,
And
and tour.
Johnny,
Yeah,
were
we
you
met a couple of them.
I put
The
mine,
good thing
this white one
especially
right
about
here.
France,
right
they
there?
have
Nampa.
mandatory
Nina, what is yours?
Shoot.
Bless you.
They
What is yours?
all get to
What is yours? Nevada. Where's Nevada? Right here.
them go to the
Wait.
Some people just put their pin like off.
Where's Echo?
Oh, cool.
so they go to the drill scene all the time.
A lot of people
But, you know,
from
those that come here,
California
they
and
like from
Oregon and
Canada all the
Washington.
way down.
Elko's right here.
That's what they like to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you always see lots and lots of
Wait,
them in
Elko is
summer
right.
and
Wait,
fall.
where's Elko? Right here? 3.
Okay.
3.5.
3,000.
How did someone put a pin right here?
It's coming.
You can really zoom it out. Would they feed with the ducks?
No.
No. They want to eat what you throw them at?
Oh, guys, don't worry.
We brought some
This way and they come out. Look at, here they come. Keep bringing it. Hey, somebody toss some little kibbles out. No, it's gonna have to go
They're so cute.
Look at 'em. The closer you throw them out down here, the closer they're gonna
Will they eat from your hand?
come. No, not the ducks. There you guys go.
I saw in the review that there was a tame goose.
There is a goose, Lucy Goosey. We keep her. She's not necessarily tame. I mean, like